So, what is going on YouTube? This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 here, and today, guys, I'm coming at you with another discussion video on why I believe Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is the best boss monster ever created in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've been telling Alex Simo all the time, yo, like, I love this card. I tell him so much, like, I love this card so much. And I was like, yo, I'm actually gonna make a video dedicated to how much I love Ultimate Conductor Tyranno and why I believe it's the best boss monster of all time. I'll go over you guys its effects, its offense and defensive stats, why I believe this is overall the best boss monster ever created in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'll be comparing this card to other boss monsters as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more discussion videos like this, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing, guys. As you guys can see, I am not home right now. I'm actually at university. I'm actually at my school, and I actually haven't been uploading this entire weekend because, you know, it's exam season, and I've been, you know, just flooded with schoolwork. It actually kind of made me sad that I didn't post a video for you guys, so I'd like to apologize for those of you who were expecting a weekend upload, but today is Monday. You guys don't know that I upload videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I have an extra 2 more hours until my next class starts, so I decided to actually make this video in school today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video overall. And the reason why I'm actually making this video right now is because I've been playing dinosaurs ever since the deck came out, and I fell in love with the archetype so much. And whenever I bring out Tyranno and my opponent has no ult to this card, I literally look at them in the face and I'm like, yo, my dinosaur is gonna chew on your ass like 100%. If you can't get rid of dinosaurs, your monsters are literally dead. Like they're dead. It can So my question to you today is, why is Ultimate Conductor Tyranno the best boss monster ever created in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! First and foremost, let's go off to its stats and its effect. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, it's a level 10 dinosaur monster with effects that reads that cannot be normal summoned or set. Must first be special summoned from your hand by banishing 2 dinosaur type monsters from your graveyard. Once per turn during either player's main phase, you can destroy 1 monster in your hand or field, and if you do, change all face-up monsters your opponent controls to face-down defense position. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. At the start of the damage step, if this card attacks a defense position monster, you can inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent, and if you do, send that defense position monster to the graveyard. So by just looking at this card right now, you know, aside from Little D, this card is like the best dinosaur monster ever created. One of the reasons why I believe that this card is the best boss monster ever created is how easily you can actually summon this card. If you successfully summon this card by banishing 2 dinosaur monsters, you can always constantly revive back this card from your graveyard with cards like Soul Charge and also Monster Reborn. And the really good thing about this card is that this card does not have a summoning restriction. So if you have multiple copies of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno in your hand and you have multiple dinosaur monsters in your graveyard, let's say you have 6 dinosaurs in grave, you can banish 6 dinosaur monsters to essentially summon 3 on the board. And in dinosaurs, you can easily get access to this card very quickly. You have cards in the deck like 3 Soul Eating War Raptor, you have cards like 3 Fossil Dick, and you also play 3 copies of himself in the dinosaur deck. So you essentially have 9 ways to actually get to this card as soon as possible. If you're playing a non-dinosaur deck or incorporating a dinosaur engine into a deck, you can easily special summon this card with the addition of Double Evolution Pill. Double Evolution Pill reads that you can banish a dinosaur monster from hand and or graveyard, and 1 non-dinosaur monster, especially a level 7 or higher dinosaur monster, directly from the deck or from your hand. And once this card comes out, this card can actually be very game-changing. So this card alone already puts a scary presence on the board. This card is just insane. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno can be used in any dinosaur-based deck, and of course in decks that can splash the dinosaur engine with cards like Raptor, Fossil Dick, Overtech Squatless, and also Double Evolution Pill. You guys probably already know this effect already, but I just need to explain to you guys on how powerful this boss monster really is. You guys, I feel like nobody appreciates Ultimate Conductor Tyranno enough.
My name, come up, respect it.
Let's go. This card literally deserves to be on the spotlight. Anyways, the really good thing about this card is that this card can destroy any card on the field or in your hand to trigger off its effect. So let's say that you need Fairy Tale Snow in the graveyard. You can activate Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to destroy the Fairy Tale Snow in your hand to book up Eclipse all your opponent's monster. So now in this situation, you have a Fairy Tale Snow in the graveyard by just using an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno's effect. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno also triggers off Destruction effect. So if you're playing pure dinosaurs, you can actually trigger off Baby Ceratosaurus or Petite Pteranodon's effect by just using Ultimate Conductor Tyranno's Destruction effect. So you can destroy cards on the field or in your hand, either to send cards in your hand to the graveyard. Let's say you have Fairy Tale Snow or Mizuki in your hand, you can send those cards easily from your hand to the graveyard. So that way that they can utilize its effect in the grave. And if you were able to somehow incorporate Cosmos into, you know, dinosaurs, you can actually activate Ultimate Conductor Tyranno's effect to destroy your ships in the hand, so that way that they can trigger out their effects, which is insane. Literally, guys, when you bring out Tyranno, this card literally shits on every single monster on the board. This card is insane. He takes a dookie on each and every single one of your opponent's monster. Once you bring out this card on the board, This card literally is game changing, and it changes the entire dynamics of the board, and it just changes the overall presence of the board, because in your opponent's mindset is that if I can't get rid of Tyranno right now, I'm literally going to lose. You summon this card and there's like fear on the board. When it flips all your opponent's monsters face down, it can attack each and every single one of the monsters and deal 1,000 damage each for each defense position monster sent to the graveyard by this effect. So let's say they have 5 monsters on the board and you activate Tyranno to Book of Moon all their monsters. You're essentially dealing 5,000 damage to their face. And the really good thing about its effect is that the effect does not destroy the monster. So any destruction effect will not trigger off. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno says that each time it attacks a defense position monster before the damage step, you can send that monster to the graveyard and deal 1,000 damage. So it sends the monster to the graveyard, it doesn't destroy it. So let's say that you're facing against Cosmos. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno will not trigger off the ship's effect because it sends the ships to the graveyard and not destroys them. So Tyranno is insane. Unlike any other boss monsters like BLS, cards like the Judgment Dragon, cards like Dark Arm Dragon, Chaos Emperor Dragon, all those boss monsters do something once they are summoned. Like for example, Judgment Dragon, when it drops on the board, it nukes the entire board. Dark Arm House banishes a dark to destroy a card in the field. BLS House banishes a card, or when it kills something by battle, it can attack again. Those cards have really good offensive stats, but they don't have any defensive stats. And what I mean by this is that during your opponent's turn, those monsters are essentially just big vanillas on the board, and they're just literally like waiting for your opponent to actually do something to hit them, and they have no defensive aspect. But Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, during either player's main phase, you can actually destroy something in your hand or on the field to Book of Moon all your opponent's monster. So let's say you're facing against Spirals, and you have a Tyranno on the board. Once they have 2 agents on the board, you can activate Tyranno's effect to basically book those 2 agents, so that way that their turn can just stop. You can activate Tyranno's effect to send it to destroy itself and send it to the graveyard, so that way that you can dodge problematic cards like Bottomless. And you know, if you have cards like Monster Reborn, and if you summon Ultimate Conductor Tyranno properly, you can activate Monster Reborn to revive back Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Not only is Tyranno an offensive monster, but it's a defensive monster at the same time. It can actually help prevent your opponent from continuing their plays and also disrupt their combo pieces at the same time. This card literally puts BLS on all those monsters to shame. Like, in my personal opinion, I believe that one of the strongest boss monsters in today's game right now is Masterpiece. Not only is Masterpiece immune to anything that its tribute summoned by, defensive and offensive effect to be able to banish card to destroy something, but Masterpiece doesn't actually help get rid of all the problematic monsters at the same time, unlike Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. The thing, in my personal opinion, about Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is that this card is broken, but not being too broken. Like, you guys understand what I mean? Like, Masterpiece is actually just a broken card overall because the effect says that it's immune to anything that it's tributed by. But like, Tyranno is like, it can be stopped, but at the same time, it's just so broken. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, this card is just so good without being too broken. Like, you guys understand what I mean? Masterpiece is a very strong boss monster. Like, when it comes out, it changes the whole presence of the entire board. But at the same time, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno basically does the same thing, because if you can't get rid of Tyranno, like, Tyranno will literally OTK your ass, like 100%. And of course, Masterpiece, unlike Tyranno, Masterpiece can't get rid of a problematic monster at the same time. So if your opponent has multiple monsters on the board, they can easily access cards like Borrowed next turn. You can easily kill the Masterpiece. Unlike Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, if this card comes out, this card literally changes the entire presence of the board, and it can easily kill each and every single one of your opponent's monster on the board. So this card, overall, it clears every problems on the board. It has a really great offensive stat, and also has a really great defensive stat, and at the same time, it's just an overall 3,500 big beater to actually help get rid of any monster on the board. So comparing this to Masterpiece, I personally think that Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is it's as strong as Masterpiece, but it's not Masterpiece broken. The thing about Masterpiece is that Masterpiece can stop one play during either player's turn, only one play. So let's say they have multiple monsters on the board, Masterpiece can only kill that one monster. Unlike Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, if your opponent are trying to make link plays, you can activate Tyranno's effect to basically Book of Moon your opponent's entire board, and their turn will be over at that point. So like, a well overall rounded boss monster. In my personal opinion, I believe that Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is the best boss monster of all time, and the reason why I'm making this video is because I love that card so much, and I've been playing dinosaurs ever since the deck came out, and each time I summon that card literally helps you win games. I just want to share my love and passion for Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. So if you guys love any other boss monsters like this, make sure you guys leave it in the comment section below. Not only is this card an offensive monster, but this monster is also a defensive monster as well. So if you guys want to see more discussion videos like this, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing. I know that this environment is kind of new for you guys because I'm not at home, I'm at school. So if you guys want to see more school videos like this, make sure you guys let me know in the comment section below. I have a lot of videos coming out this week. Red Eyes deck profiles coming up, Toon deck profile, Ojama deck profile coming up this week. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comment section below. That'll be absolutely amazing, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is Sam from TeamSamuraiX1 signing out. Alright guys, peace.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a king with it. Like no, this league business.